That's always been the case with the dots, particularly since they've been changing them quite frequently at just about every single quarterly update that they do with that dot plot. But I think the near-term dots, when you think about November and December's meeting, they made it pretty clear that unless something significantly changes with the trends in the economy and inflation, that you're likely to see modest cuts going forward. So 25 basis points over the next couple of meetings. But I think that's less important to me. What I was focused on was what they said where they said they were going to ultimately, and where they think they're going to, even with the economy not hitting into a recession, is all the way down to under 3% on the Fed funds rate. And the market was kind of bifurcated and remains bifurcated in thinking maybe the Fed's only going to cut to 4% or the Fed's going to cut to 2%. And the Fed decided just to take the middle ground of that and say, hey, well, what do you think about 2.5%? The way they get there, Fed funds rate at 3% and inflation at about 2%. You're talking about a 1%, natural funds rate. And when you look at some of the models they use, that's just about where where those are saying the neutral policy rate should be.
I got to just follow, Ira. It felt like a little bit of a surprise, at least for me. I know the debate that was going on, it was kind of, we just couldn't talk about it enough. But it did, when I saw the 50 basis points, I kind of yelled out in the newsroom, like, oh my God. Is there something coming undone? Financial market conditions I thought were pretty okay. Like, economy's still growing, corporate profits maybe not as upbeat. Like, is something wrong that we're missing, or what was the thinking behind the Fed?
No, and there was actually a question in the press conference to Chair Powell just about that. If they had the August payroll report, would they have cut in July at the July meeting? And he said he didn't know, but maybe, right? So and that's kind of how I'm taking this 50 basis point move. It's more, hey, we probably should have gone in July. We want to go slow, so let's do 50 now to kind of catch up to where we think we're going to have to be. But importantly, and as you guys mentioned, as Dave just mentioned, before what I said yesterday was, look, I don't care about 25 or 50. What I care about is what does he say after that. And he said exactly what I thought he would say if they went 50, and that's that, hey, we went 50, don't expect more 50s anytime soon.